Which of the following neurotransmitter is primarily inhibitory in the CNS? Correct answer is option C, gamma-aminobutyric acid. The blood-brain barrier is ineffective in which of the following areas? Correct answer is option B, hypothalamus. What is the resting membrane potential of a typical neuron? Correct answer is option B, -70. Which of the following glial cells forms the myelin sheath in the CNS? Correct answer is option C, oligodendrocytes. The primary motor cortex is located in. Correct answer is option A, frontal lobe. The node of Franway is important because. Correct answer is option B, it speeds up impulse conduction. The limbic system is primarily involved in. Correct answer is option C, emotions and memory. The sympathetic nervous system uses which neurotransmitter at the postganglionic synapse? Correct answer is option B, norepinephrine. Which ion is most responsible for the depolarization phase of the action potential? Correct answer is option A, sodium. Which of the following is not a part of the brain stem? Correct answer is option C, cerebellum. Cerebrospinal fluid is produced by. Correct answer is option B, choroid plexus. The Broca's area is primarily associated with. Correct answer is option B, speech production. Which cranial nerve has both sensory and motor functions and is the largest? Correct answer is option B, trigeminal nerve. The area responsible for comprehension of speech is. Correct answer is option C, Wernicke's area. Which receptor is involved in detecting muscle stretch? Correct answer is option C, muscle spindle. Which of the following structures connects the two cerebral hemispheres? Correct answer is option C, corpus callosum. The preganglionic fibers of the sympathetic nervous system originate from. Correct answer is option B. Which part of the brain regulates circadian rhythm? Correct answer is option C. A lesion in the cerebellum would primarily affect. Correct answer is option C, muscle coordination. What type of neuron is involved in a reflex arc? Correct answer is option A, multipolar. The afferent division of the PNS carries signals. Correct answer is option B, from CNS to effectors. Which of the following is a feature of the parasympathetic nervous system? Correct answer is option D, craniosacral outflow. Saltatory conduction occurs in. Correct answer is option C. The neurotransmitter involved in Parkinson's disease deficiency is. Correct answer is option D, dopamine. Which part of the neuron receives incoming signals? Correct answer is option C, dendrite. Which lobe of the brain is primarily responsible for processing visual input? Correct answer is option C, occipital lobe. The medulla oblongata controls which vital function? Correct answer is option C, heart rate and respiration. Which of these is not a part of the diencephalon? Correct answer is option D, cerebellum. The reflex arc does not involve. Correct answer is option C, brain. In a neuron, action potentials are generated at. Correct answer is option B, axon helix. Multiple sclerosis affects. Correct answer is option B, myelin sheath. The main excitatory neurotransmitter in the CNS is. Correct answer is option C, glutamate. Which brain structure is responsible for converting short-term memory into long-term memory? Correct answer is option C, hippocampus. Damage to the occipital lobe may result in. Correct answer is option B, visual impairment. The autonomic nervous system controls. Correct answer is option C, involuntary function. Which meningale layer is closest to the brain? Correct answer is option C. Which ion exits the neuron during repolarization? Correct answer is option C. Which part of the spinal cord contains motor neuron cell bodies? Correct answer is option B, ventral horn. Which structure acts as a relay station for sensory information to the cortex? Correct answer is option C, thalamus. Which condition is characterized by progressive demyelination of neurons in the CNS? Correct answer is option C, multiple sclerosis. Which cranial nerve controls the majority of eye movements? Correct answer is option B. What causes the absolute refractory period in a neuron? Correct answer is option B. Which part of the neuron contains the nucleus? Correct answer is option D. Guillain-Barré syndrome primarily affects. Correct answer is option C, PNS myelin. Neurological cells responsible for phagocytosis in the CNS are. Correct answer is option C. Which of these is a mixed cranial nerve? Correct answer is option C, vagus. Which disorder is associated with the degeneration of cholinergic neurons? Correct answer is option C, Alzheimer's disease. An inhibitory postsynaptic potential is caused by. Correct answer is option C, influx of chlorine. Which loop integrates sensory information to form an understanding of object? Correct answer is option C, occipital lobe. The innermost layer of the meninges is. Correct answer is option C,